they did the burnout. What's going on, people? Oh, gotta get my logo there. Checking in from home base. We made it home. Outstanding weekend, man. 1,300 plus miles this weekend, and it was all worth it. It was all worth it. What's up, Big Germ? It was worth it. The 40 plus hours of no sleep, man. It was worth it. And Dwayne, lost money on you, brother. Lost money on you. I'll get into that here in a little bit. But it was a great weekend, and we went. I started out. I left before New Year's, and we went down to the pad, and if any of y'all don't know where the pad is, and it's in New Orleans. Let's go ahead and throw that out there. The mega street race spot. But man, what's up, Tiana? I expected to see you this weekend. Didn't see you. But we went out to the pad, and man, it didn't disappoint. Where are they at? I mean, the guys were killing the shots this weekend. Street Fever. There's Brent and as I was calling him, little Bill this weekend. Little Bill, Gary. The first matchup was man, it was a good one. It was Junior and Matt there. Matt pulling off the win there, and old Meatball. They drove all the way down from Kentucky to witness all this good stuff, and I think they were highly impressed. And I think the people underestimated them, and they showed up and showed out. I mean, everybody was leaving wheels up. Even this guy right here, even though this was second round, I mean, look at the shot there. He was on the bumper almost for 200 feet. The most anticipated race, one of them, was Billy and Juju. Billy pulling off the win there. And yeah, that's a fact right there. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Eric? But yeah, it was a excellent weekend. Gary right there. Gary was making some licks now. Little Bill, as I was calling him, he was making some licks this weekend. And man, I'll go ahead and say it right now. Just this race right here. Man, if we've got to do as flaggers, I've got a certain way of doing things. And I tell the drivers in the beginning, I don't want to see nobody on a break for over at least track wise, it's 7 seconds, but I don't want to see anybody on a break for longer than that. So there was a couple, both races this weekend. I mean, us as flaggers, we need to do a better job. They can't be on a break for 10, 12 seconds. I mean, that's just bad all in general. But I know this race right here, even though I said on the live feed, said, dang, he was on a break forever. I don't know if the other guy was just having problems or what, but it was like that in Austin too. I mean, the guys were on breaks for forever. But this was the upset of the day, or I guess of the morning. Eric Manns over Brent Self, and Brent had some mile per hour on him because he was chasing him down. I think he ended up winning by maybe a fender or so, maybe half a car. But yeah, Brent was rolling, and yeah, there's another shot. I know BJ had a good bird's eye view of the bottom end of that Volvo there, and it was a it was a it was a good weekend. I had to leave. I had to leave before semifinals because I had to drive another 9 hours back to Texas. So y'all people that were disappointed that I left, I'm sorry, man. I had to drive another 500 and something miles back towards the house so we could have fun that night too. So yeah, Boston George was rolling now. I guess he had some problems in the second round, but and he 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 showed out on the first round for sure, racing racing let's see if Todd hadn't seen it yet. I sent the message to Todd, but your finals was the was a good one. Even some people in the live feeds were talking about they'd like to see that race in the finals, and it was it was good. Todd was making some licks in both lanes. I mean, he had both lanes figured out. I mean, I'm sure he goes out there quite a bit, being from Mississippi, but he had that stuff figured out. James, you didn't really suck it. I mean, you got to win, didn't you? You won first round. Oh, appreciate it, Nikki. So, yeah. So, yeah. While I'm, I guess, waiting to see if Todd has seen it. He hasn't seen it yet, so maybe somebody can tag Todd or call him or something. But we'll go ahead and here's the winner. Here's the race at the finals, and it's I think I snagged it off Facebook. So whoever, I forget the name of it, but here's the finals of, since I didn't go live and some people didn't get on Happy's live feed, but here it is. And it was pretty close race. It was about a car. I mean, Tommy and Billy and them, they didn't they threw the kitchen sink at it. I know Todd was making some licks in both lanes. I think that might have been one of the closest races of the night for him, or the morning, I guess, for him. Um, oh, yeah, that's the problem out there, man. I mean, it's kind of like it's what I told Tiana. The people out there at the pad is just like the gut. I mean, they just ain't got no sense. I mean, something happens, tire rolls off, or axle snaps, or drive line breaks, and you're gonna be hating life. Yeah, that was a good race, Happy. That was a good race. Uh, I don't know how close uh, Team Meatball was. I figure it was about maybe a little bit car and a half or something with them. Their race looks pretty sharp. Speaking of, you can go watch Team Meatball on YouTube. They did a whole video of their weekend. They drove 11, 12 hours down there to New Orleans and had a blast out there. Had a blast out there. They went some rounds, and they made it to the semifinals, and they said they weren't expecting to even go that far, but it's the streets, man. You never know. And There it is, T Meatball right there. That's the car's Butterface. Uh, let's see here. Oh, God, Todd's seen it. But yeah, it was a great weekend. The cop showed up. We had to leave once and then come back. And by the time we came back, parking was like bad. So I was parked down there well past the finish line. So I just did the when we got back, I just was able to only do the one camera angle because I wasn't going to walk. I know you are worth it, but I wasn't going to walk the 1,000 feet to set up both cameras. By the time we got back there, they were already pretty much ready, and the drivers that were still left in it was having trouble trying to find parking because after they got word to go back, uh, everybody and their dog was parked where they shouldn't. But it is what it is. I mean, that's a busy road. So, and even a cop rode through and just rode through with his lights on, and we were all like, at first I thought it was an ambulance. I didn't know what was going on, and cop rode through, and I said, "Are we good?" And they're, "Oh yeah. He just wants to go by and let his on his way." Appreciate it. Yeah, we drove a total of about 21 hours this weekend. 21, 22 hours. Roughly 150, $200 in fuel, and 40 plus hours of no sleep. But that's what I enjoy, man. I mean, um, it's it's some it's a passion. It's a passion. So I know back about, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, I got burnout, and took about a year or so off. And when you do this stuff, you get burnout. You get burnout. Oh boy, you get burnout. But oh yeah, goodbyes. But you're a winner this weekend, at least at the pad. What's going on, sir?
Hey, man.
Ah, so how close? I know the first two rounds the competition wasn't really that close to you, but it seemed like they tightened up at the end there.
Oh, yeah. It started getting good after a few minutes, man. Really after the first round, it started getting a little better. I had the Boston George car in the second round, and we got a little bit of rain on the road there right before that. So I think it kind of screwed both of us up. But maybe my traction control caught mine a little better than his did or something. I'm not sure, but I think
Yeah,
I may have lucked up on that one.
yeah, I know. And like I said out earlier, I was telling people I had to leave after third round because I had to drive 9 hours to another race, and oh, that's a right, that's a fact. Uh, you were flying right out of the gate, right out of the gate.
Yeah, it was tough, and I was trying to go faster, but I mean, to be honest with you, I do not think you can go any faster on a 28 at the pad. I mean, I think that's all there is for the tire. Um, it was. I've always struggled at the pad with that car because it's got that coyote in it. It's got that mod motor, and they like RPM. So if when you go off of that transition, the end of that rubber onto that road, it's getting to where uh, from I guess from all the guys that prep out there on the weekends and stuff
Mm,
that it started pulling up the road a little bit. So it's a little more rocky than what it used to be as you go off of that little bit of a transition.
yeah. Does it does it upset? I guess it really upsets the suspension then, going from that to that.
Yeah. My car has always struggled right there because it's really starting to get happy. Um, it's really coming alive in that area. So I've always struggled in that spot, especially with that car. But man, I was trying everything that I could come up with. I was pulling out all the tricks to get through that spot. But after I got that figured out, the rest of it, worked out pretty decent.
Yeah. Happy, he ain't gonna tell you that. They want to know how fast you was going. He ain't gonna tell you
How
that.
fast?
He ain't gonna tell you that.
And that's top secret stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's grudge racers, man. That's the street racing. They ain't gonna tell you how fast they're going. You should know that, Happy. Oh,
It was it wasn't as fast as I wanted to go, I can tell you that, but I guess it was just fast enough. Uh, the there was a couple guys that were right there. I mean, that was running within a couple hundreds of what I was. The little Falcon, I could see him at my driver door the whole pass, uh, and then right out towards the end, I think I started pulling him just a little bit, and maybe the last 80 foot or so. But he was right there. He was dang close.
yeah. I seen the finish line footage. It's about a car. That's why I said it. It seemed like your first couple of races weren't that close, and then I guess the third, fourth, and fifth round, you had to kind of work for it a little bit.
Yeah, hey, I was surprised by that. What's the booger
Butterface.
butterface? Yeah, I was surprised by it, man. That car was rolling.
Yeah, yeah. I watched his video this morning, and it didn't disappoint. Them guys, they were just happy to be there. I mean, if they would have went out first round, they would have been happy. But they made some rounds, and of course, they drew you the winner in the
Yeah,
semifinals.
those guys were betting big money too, man. They was wanting to throw some money down. It didn't matter who they was racing.
Yeah, yeah. Them guys are diehards. So ride or dies.
Yeah, I had a blast though, man. It was a good time. You know, I was worried about the rain and all, but it was a real good time.
Yeah, I drove like 9 hours, and I was like, well, if it rains, I've got a backup plan. So I was planning on, but it kind of drizzled there a little bit after the cops came, and then but man, it turned out hot after that.
There was a ton of people out there too, man.
Oh
That
man,
was it's crazy down there. That just blows my mind.
yeah. And how hard is it to get up there from where you're staged just to make it to the start line?
You know, it was kind of tough getting up there to the starting line. You know, it's BJ and them, they kind of keep things under control. You know, when he's having something going on down there, you know, he kind of keeps everybody at bay and keeps everything working pretty good. My biggest struggle was, you know, because I was driving back. There was a couple of them that were pushing with golf carts and stuff, but I was driving mine back, and I don't have any problems driving back to the trailer or whatever. But what was getting me was getting hung up in the traffic. So,
Hmm.
you know, one time I got the car pretty hot, you know, but we was able to, you know, squeeze 20 more minutes out of them to get it cooled down. But other than that, man, everything worked real good. You know, it was real organized, and I mean, for a street race, it was real organized and it worked out real good.
Oh, I want to know what kind of shock you got in the back of your car.
I've got the those new mod shocks, the QA ones.
There you go, Jasper. Waffle House number two, because he's now number two, not number one, because Josh is number one. But anyway,
Yeah,
uh,
I just swapped over to the conventional four link with that car. I had that monoshock in it for a while. You know, it was in there when I got the car. Jeremy Atkins built the car, and they put a big block in it, and I think they had some trouble with the motor. The guy that uh, Jamie, the guy that Jeremy built it for, and that's who I bought the roller from. And so I used the monoshock for what 3 or 4 years, and I started trying to go really fast on the radial a couple of times, and we was trying some new stuff, and I was I was finding that it wasn't working real good down track. Now it was crazy how much bite it would get early, but I was starting to notice, you know, that the faster I tried to go, the more it would try to unload on the top end. So I just went to the conventional four link. That was, I think that's the first street race I've been to since the conventional four link's been in there. everybody, we went to Armageddon and back in August, and that was the last race I went to with the monoshock, and I won it, and everybody was like, "You're crazy! Why are you pulling it out?" But uh, I see, I really see some advantages with the conventional four link, and I went with those QA1 shocks because you can change the valving in them without having to send them off or send them to anybody. So that was the reason I did that. But so far, man, they're working really, really well.
Did do you think you could run a radio out there, or was you on radio?
I've run a radio in my black car out there before, man, and which my black car kind of likes a radio. It's got a lot of bite in the suspension and stuff, but I've run a radio out there before and went pretty daggum fast.
Yeah. No,
You
that
just,
was,
down there, you just got to try to go fast early. That's the thing.
and that was that rubber runs off about what, about 300, 400 feet or something like that.
I mean, it kind of. I
Kind
think
of
it's
dies
about
off, and then
foot. It's about 90 foot. It starts to leave, and about 110, it's gone.
oh yeah,
Yeah, so it's not that far.
I
But
know. I just looking at the road surface, it just looks like it's about 300 foot of rubber.
yeah, well, there's black marks out there, but it's just the rubber's not there.
Yeah,
Rubber's not, and see, used to it, it was like you would go off of the rubber onto a smooth surface, so you could really just you could go stupid fast. Well, now it's uh, a lot of the fines are pulling up out of the pavement, I guess, and it's getting a little rockier. So when you go off the rubber now, it's getting kind of tricky for sure.
did how bad do you think you'd beat Gary if y'all would have lined up?
I did Gary Danos you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did line up with
little
Gary.
Bill, as I call him, this last weekend.
Yeah, I lined up with him in the third round.
Did you?
I think I beat him about 3 car lengths or so, but I think he turned it up a little bit, and he may have slowed himself down. I think he said he rattled the tires a little bit, but Gary was doing good, man. I was, to be honest with you, I was worried about Gary because he had been making solid licks. I mean, solid. He looked faster than anybody in the beginning.
Yeah, his first pass, I was like, good Lord.
Yeah,
He was rolling. Oh, so, do you, what's next for y'all?
I don't know. We're probably gonna play around on the street a little bit, especially this right now when there ain't any races going on. So we're probably gonna play around on the street for the next couple months or so anyway. And I got to freshen the motor pretty quick.
Now that's winter time.
Yeah,
of course, winter time down south it ain't as bad as up north.
There's always something going on.
Oh yeah, there's always something going on, because I went to Texas after that and froze my fucking cojones off, and they did a water burnout up there in Texas, and it was like right above freezing, and them cars were rolling now. Of course, they were on 29s too, so
yeah. We're looking into. We're supposed to do some racing this next week on some 29s. Some top secret location, I guess. So.
You got any sponsors or anybody you want to give a shout out to that helps you out?
Man, look, and let me tell you something. MMR, dude, they have been really, really awesome with the whole Coyote. I ran a 4.6 for the longest time, and it was actually a spare motor for the other car. And when I got this one, that's something I had laying around, so I stuck it in there, and it worked really good. But I started cracking those little blocks. Those blocks wouldn't hold up. So I love the mod motor setup. So I got with MMR. They was doing some sleeves and stuff in the stock blocks for me, and I got with them on the Coyote setup. And I went with the billet block Coyote. And look, man, they have went over and above to make sure everything works good. And man, I'm telling you that's a really good product. They're on to something with this billet Coyote. That sucker is awesome. And it's no maintenance, man. I mean, everybody else, we go to a no prep race, and everybody else is adjusting valves and changing plugs, and got fans all over the place, and we're sitting back eating a hot dog or drinking an energy drink or something. Just throw a fan on it, and wait for the next round. But then it works really well. MMR's been good. Got a couple guys, Triangle Speed, and them, man. They Craig and Daniel Peshar. Anytime I've ever needed anything, they they lend a hand. Without question, without question. And Moby Smith, he's a Nonstop Performance. He's a little local guy around here that deals with some parts and stuff, and uh, does a lot of work on the side and stuff. He's been one that's helped me out a good bit, man. But I got several guys that help out. Really ain't got any kind of sponsors. Bad Habit Fab is the guy that built the car, Jeremy Atkins. He's been really good to entertain any kind of crazy idea I've had. But and Adam Josiah, he helps out in anytime I need it with suspension and all. Got a bunch of help uh, that is willing to help at any time. But as far as the sponsor end of it, it hadn't got a whole lot.
Well, hopefully that they see that you're winning. Hopefully they'll jump on board.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I never asked for anything. That's a couple guys had mentioned. This guy will help you if you just ask. But I don't know, man. I hadn't really. I know. Just go ahead on and do it myself and move on.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Oh, well, you had a good bunch of guys there, and James and BJ there. They killed it this weekend.
Yeah, they did. They did good, man. They did really good.
I know. I talked to
control. They kept the crowd under control, and that's something that is impossible without those guys down there.
Yeah,
it's chaos if they ain't down there. They did really well.
I know. I was talking to James. What was it? When was New Year? Saturday morning? Yeah, Saturday morning. And he looked like he was stressed out. He was stressed out. And I said, dude, just breathe, man. Just breathe. I mean, shit happens. It's going to work out or it don't. That's part of the streets. So he was sweating bullets.
That, bringing a bunch of guys from out of town and stuff too. And you can't control the weather, but I know that was a big concern they had, was worrying about the weather.
Yeah, and it went off without a hitch. I mean, the cops rode through. We had to leave, come back, and the comeback part was, well, it was a cluster. It was a cluster. And I know they have no control over that, but because when you got how many spectators do you think was out there? Probably 1,000.
Yeah, there was 1,000 or 1,500 out there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably 800 cars out there, spectator cars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, drivers driving around couldn't find a place to park because they had to do the drive-through a couple of times.
Yeah, and see, that was another thing. They started parking across the median and stuff. So the turnaround, for you to go down and make the loop and come back to the trailer, the turnaround was getting further and further and further away. And then when you made the U-turn to come back, you had to wait in some traffic and stuff. So that was the only thing that was a little aggravating, But they, like you say, it's the street. What you gonna do?
Yeah, you can't police the street. Well, you can when the cops show up, but that's what it is. That's why some of them guys are pushing their car back because they can't make the drive back.
Yeah,
they're not street cars. They're street race cars.
Yeah, and mine's not a street car by any means, man. It's nowhere near a street car. It's me and a buddy of mine, a local guy around here, we always argued about. He says he's got a street car. He races it all the time, but it's I tell him all the time, I got race cars. I don't have street cars. And he says that he drives his to work. It's a street car. I said, if you race it, it's a race car, man.
It's a street race car. Race car.
All out race car, man.
Yeah. Everybody has their definition of a street car, or if it's a race car. I mean, it's both of them, as we say in Texas. It's both of them.
Both of them.
All right, Todd. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, brother.
Congrats on your win, and maybe we'll see you some other time.
Oh yeah, we'll catch you later.
All right, have a good night.
All right, brother. You too.
All right, bye. Your winner this weekend as I stated earlier. Pro Mod Todd, as he calls himself. It's streetcar, people. It's streetcar. Your winner, James, there to the right. BJ, excellent event. Excellent event. But yeah. Oh, let me do this here. Mm. But yeah, it was a great weekend of racing. Not only did I get to see that, but uh, we got to drive down to Austin, or ATX as they like to call it. I call it Austin because they're weird. They like to keep it weird down there. They keep it weird. What's up, David? And speaking of, while we're waiting on them, we'll give a shout out to some, where are they at? We'll do some super chats first. FSO Garage, Moto Auto, DB, Paul R, Jeff Sullivan from Renton, Washington, and Frank Kinson's. I probably murdered that. And Big Red. Appreciate the supers on YouTube, and also appreciate the we're over 15,000 on the subs and on YouTube, and appreciate it. It means a lot. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing and having fun. And I might do a little weekend recap, which of course that's on there, but edit a little video of what we do for the weekend and edit it and throw it up. So we're having fun. The stars, I can't name all of them because there's just so many of them, but we'll do some. Shay Boogie, Terry Wakefield, Chris Hurd, Tyler Bell, man, appreciate it, man, for all that you do for me. Tammy Jones Taupin, Ted Gibson, Brett Walker, the shit talker, as I call him. Chris Giardo, Davey. It's, I don't know, abbreviation Highway or maybe Hey, Johnny Brown, Stan Taylor, Dustin. I can't even pronounce your last name. Edward Brumant. That's the E's and B's podcast. Blake Mushin, Denton Schnabnek. I probably murdered that. Zach Finley, of course. Cliff Shank, Daryl Kinney, Brian Witherspoon, Sam Triano, Steve Ford, Pamela Lockler, John F. Kennedy, and Amber Lucier, or Eric's better half. So we left after third round in New Orleans, and appreciate it. And we drove the 9 hours to Austin. And by the time I drove all the way down 10, all the way across, and the weather was fine. It was beautiful, beautiful weather. And we got up to, I'd say about 40 miles from Austin, and the weather started dropping. By the time I got there, it was windy. It was cold. It wasn't like the 85 degrees that I just left. It was, woo. It was chilly, and they had 30 cars in Austin, and they had all-wheel drives out there on the streets. Oh my God, they had all-wheel drives on the streets in small tire. Oh my God, stop the press. Oh my God, that's a big tire. Oh my God. Oh shit. My God. Guess what? They didn't win. Oh my God. Can you believe it? They didn't win. They had, I think, 4 or 5 all-wheel drives out of a 30-car field. And I think one of them went out first round, or 2 of them went out first round because 2 of them drew each other. And then there was a diesel truck out there, people. A diesel truck. 4x4. Oh my God. Stop the press. A diesel truck 4x4 on the streets. And guess what, people? They were doing water burnouts on the streets. No prep. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's this world coming to, people? They're letting all-wheel drives and 4x4s in a small tire. Oh, Pro Mod, yeah, it's Pro Mod diesel truck. And guess what? This guy was out here. He still showed up, knowing that 4x4s were going to be out there. They didn't care. Yeah, see, no worries. They took care of him. So stop the press, people. Water burnout on the streets. All-wheel drives allowed. Concrete road. Oh my God. But we do have two guys that they ended up splitting the pot, but they ran for the trophy. So I guess it's one guy won, I guess. But he is a celebrity, people. The guy that we have on here is a world. Let me justify this. Is a world record holder. The Kraken, world record holder. I'll just put that out there. World, not U.S. World. Both of them. What's going on? The world record holder right there. The world record holder right there.
Yeah, how's it going, Lippy?
Oh, so I'll just put this out there, and I'll go and get the slow mod on here too.
Hey,
So after you were first pair up, correct?
Yes, sir. First pair off the trailer.
Very first pair up, and after your pass, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old, or I've seen too many street races in my lifetime. So after you made your pass, I told everybody standing on that starting line just to give you the money and save us from freezing to death. First pass, right off the trailer, first pair, cold ass road, water burnout. Give you the money and save us. And guess what happened?
Yeah.
Well, y'all both split the pot, Barrett, but still, you got the trophy.
Yeah, you did tell me that. I remember walking up. I rushed back over to the line to help Aston, and you just looked at me and you said, "I don't know what we're doing here. They just need to give you the money."
Yeah, but
what would I do without Jeff?
Yeah, bro, I tried, man.
No,
yeah. So that trophy right there, that meant the world to me, because to race somebody with the caliber of racers such as Steve up there, you know, he and I have battled in many different cars all the way up to here. You know, we've him in his truck, me in my Javelin, and then switching over to the slow mod, and him with the Kraken. And hey, what's up, Trey? And this right here was like the pinnacle, because it was the one time where we were both sitting near the top of our game. My car was hurt, but there's zero excuse about that, because I blanked out 7-cylinder and I doubled up the nitrous. I had the same amount of power that I normally have with 8. So there was zero excuses on my end. I literally lost custody of that fucking trophy to him this weekend. Man, as teammates, yeah, as teammates,
you show him?
You gonna show me? You're gonna show me? But
you mean this? Is this what you're talking about?
I can't reach it. As teammates,
oh boy,
man. No, as
you got that money dripping off of it.
Yeah, sure do.
Somewhere.
He gave all his to his wife. Don't let him lie to you.
I'm about to say the warden probably got it. I ain't gonna.
So I got taxed.
So did y'all split even 50-50?
50-50-ish. I mean, when you start counting and you get down to the last couple of dollars, I mean, there was a couple of hundreds and 20s in one stack, and the rest was the small bills. I just gave him the rest. Cause
Yeah,
you know what I
I've
mean?
got a little more. He said, "I'm tired of counting. Just take that stack." So I got a couple hundred more, I think.
Doesn't matter, brother. You deserve it. You had a really good fucking pass. The minute I launched and the front end came up, that's the minute I knew I screwed up. Because all that time going up is not time going forward.
Yep.
And you sent me this video, so we'll go ahead and play it for the people. This is the finals, or I guess it's the finals for the trophy. So this was the run for the trophy. Here we go. Oh boy.
Right there, I knew I messed up.
Was it just me, or I don't know. I touched a little bit on it, and before Todd came on, was it did it seem like y'all were on a break like way too long, or was
I
it just
like
me?
the break. No. For me, I like the break because I like hearing my car pop and bang. It's the little kid in me.
Well, I know that, but I mean, being on a break for like 10 seconds or longer, I mean, that just.
I don't have any problem with my freak show.
I got the same freak show transmission, so I'm good there. I feel like honestly, like of all the races, that was probably the best flagging as far as that system goes. And it's just, and I mean, I have a little bit more time than some people, but not necessarily. You know, maybe 3-4 races, and he was consistent for the most part. I mean, I think he had like one little mess up where someone wasn't staging right. But at least for me, I didn't try to build a break for 8 seconds and then bump in and wait. You know, I knew that it took him a little bit to walk backwards, so I planned for that. And so, you know, I went in first a bunch of times. I went in second. I bumped sometimes, and then I didn't bump sometimes. And I had my flagger. What did he say? I didn't go. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah. So I mean, like, I feel like he was the most systematic he's ever been. And there you go. Yeah. So it's just, I mean, once you do it after first round or watch it a couple times, I mean, like my thing with flagging, I mean, I don't think it really matters like how long or how short or how whatever. It's just if you do the same thing every time, we can anticipate it. You know, it shouldn't, you know, like they say, turbo cars first, second, it shouldn't matter. As long as you do the same thing, you should be able to go in first. You should be going second. You know, you should know your car. And then once the system's established, just, you know, go to, you know, work with the flagger in my opinion. But there's screw ups sometimes.
The only thing that should change is the time that the light comes on, other than, I mean, he's kind of, I guess, as soon as it's kind of like raising a flag up or the light up, right when you know the light's fixing to come up or the hand comes up, you know the light's fixing to come on. With him, as soon as he walks back, you know the light's fixing to come on.
Yeah, and so, I mean, not everyone is the almighty Limpy.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. No. It just seemed like, I mean, it wasn't just y'all. It wasn't just that. It's just it seemed like a bunch of cars were like on the brakes forever this weekend.
I think it was just, I mean, because like if you look at his, I didn't really pay attention until afterwards watching some videos. I think it just takes him a second to grab the button or, you know, and you know sometimes it takes a little longer, a little less. But like I said, like I mean, for me anyway, because you know we've had our go around. You know, it was pretty much the same every time for me. You know, like when I'm going in first, I pretty much bump way before I'm in boost.
Yeah.
And then that gives the other guy time, or I just go in and I when I hear the other guy, you know, just you know, kind of adapt. You know, to and then nitrous guys, Jeff likes to go break, you know, come in like a turbo car, but you know, other nitrous guys.
Pops and bangs, bro. Pops and bangs.
Yeah. I was watching his, I was like, good Lord, is that porcelain flying out of his exhaust?
Now the fuel tech, it has a soft touch when you get the smart coils individually, and it literally, because I have carburetors and not injectors, it literally just burns the waste fuel off.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I remember asking you, I said, "Is everything all right with all that fire?" And you're like, "Oh yeah." It's perfect.
Yeah.
Just how I like it.
All you guys were cold. I was not cold in my car.
Oh boy,
Yep. Had them mufflers going right there at the edge.
they still
But
As long
welded
as they
on.
stayed in there.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, on the flagger thing, I mean, there's a lot of people that make mistakes and everything else. And like I've told everybody else, if I have a problem with a flagger, I'll quiet as I can, just not show up for a while and watch and see if they start doing better. You know, sometimes I get forced into a situation where I say something, which happened here recently. I'm not going to say who or anything because it's a personal thing. But, you know, I'm watching, and when things are better, then I'll go back and run races with them too. You know what I mean? The biggest thing is that as a racer, I know when I need to be all the way up. I know when that pedal's got to go all the way down. And if you have problems where you don't know how long it takes your car to boost up, man, you need to go practice.
Yeah, there was a couple in the morning that one guy didn't bump in, and I don't think the other guy bumped in, but he was. I even said in live feed, I went back and counted how long that he was on the brake, and it was like 12 seconds.
Damn, yeah.
I mean, what's that doing to your tranny and your converter?
Right? Especially if you don't have a freak show, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about those other ones. Freak Show will be all right.
Indeed.
Maybe I need to get Freak Show to do my training.
Hey, I can hook you up, brother.
Oh boy, I guess
You did. You actually hooked me up.
Did it? Do you gotta relinquish the trophy every once in a while for the hookup?
I think he makes a new one. I don't know.
Oh. Whoa! Where are you going?
Open the door top.
Okay. I'm like, don't take
Just
the
in
trophy
case.
out
I
of
mean,
sight,
did
bro.
you forget Did you forget about this?
It's right there. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
I don't know. I think does Kevin make a new one every year? I think.
Yeah.
Because this one's different. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he makes a new one
keep it
every
forever.
year, and he does so badass on those trophies. It just, when you look at it, no matter what happens, you have to race for it. That was the problem, is that we as teammates, we split, but then we looked down and couldn't figure out who was going to get the trophy for Christmas, and Easter came up, and
Oh no, we knew.
We
knew.
Oh.
We had to race.
Yeah, so we had to race for her.
Yeah, because when I went up there, I seen that y'all. I was sitting in the car because I ain't gonna lie, I took a little nap there.
Oh, we don't blame you.
In between rounds and stuff, and I seen that you pulled up and you backed up, and then I seen Jeff back up, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit? They ain't splitting." And I walk up there, "What is this? What the fuck?" And they're all like, "Yeah." I was like, "I get it, your teammates and this and that and the other and blah blah." And then they said trophy, and then I was like, "Uh-oh, hold on, stop the press. We might have a race here." Oh.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though, because we didn't actually change read the number on it. Oh, it says, yeah, I should be smarter than that, huh? 2022. Get it.
Hold it up a little higher. There you go.
How do we go?
Oh, I'm videoing. I'm recording this, by the way.
What does it say? I couldn't read that.
Oh, it says 512 ATX Dig 2022 Trash Days.
Trash days.
I think Rank's got the other one right now, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at least we stayed in one spot.
Man, that was nice. Hey, what was the story with the 5-0?
Apparently, I don't know. She was hot. I ain't gonna lie. When she pulled up by my car and she was mamacita.
Federale sometimes look pretty good down there.
Yeah, I guess she was cool with it. And we were like, I seen her pull up, and actually when I was doing something on my phone, and then I looked up and I seen her, I was like, oh boy, let's get a little picture here. And got a little picture, and but she was cool. cool with it, and as we got down, there was a couple of mishaps. People I guess sleeping on the light, and then
Going off road.
overpowering their car and stuff like that. And what did y'all? Okay, I got two questions for both of y'all. Both of them.
You first, Steve.
Uh-oh.
What did you think of the water burnout as cold as it was?
Honestly, every time I've done a water burnout, I feel like it hasn't affected anything. Honestly, I mean, I think the first time I did water burnout, I went to Memphis, and it was chilly with those hustling fools up there, and they were hauling ass, and I was like, hey, maybe there's something to this water, and then getting into situations where something works for 2 rounds, and then all of a sudden it doesn't for the 3rd round. Like mixing up preps and things like that. I'm not sure. I don't have a ton of data on that because I don't know what the hell was being put down. I feel like it keeps it consistent, honestly. And I think once you get the rubber from the tires and you get some heat in the road, at least on the starting line, man, I don't think it really matters all that much, to be honest. I think it keeps it more consistent. I think asphalt may be a little different in the cold temperatures overall, but I really don't think so. I used to run radials on the truck, and it really made a difference whether there was glue or not on the tires and what type of glue I used. But going to the slicks or the Hoosiers, I think I like water better, honestly, because it just keeps it consistent.
Jeff,
what
do you think
Michelob Ultra for the win for him? What are you talking about?
Right. What do you think about it, Jeff? I just thought it was cool as shit because
I love water. I absolutely love water, Limpy. The reason why I love water is because you get to these races and you got some guys that they think that they're mad scientists and they mix all sorts of crazy stuff together. Then they pour it down and it does really good for them because they got like 80% MEK in their thing. So for that one pass, they're a superstar. But then the rubber just starts rolling up for the rest of the night. And that's when we were in Dallas on that other special road not too long ago. That's exactly what happened to the left lane. The lane was beautiful. Say that again.
So this was for you, right there.
Oh no, that's from Ashton, bro. Oh wait, hold on. Ashton, what's up, brother?
Oh boy.
But in all seriousness, every time we mix all the different preps, you have all the different chemicals coming down, and it changes the surface dramatically. And so every time we have water, it's just consistent. And if you have a good, solid, consistent car, man, you're gonna get down because you're gonna make the changes you need to be able to go faster. But if you're just some fly-night guy that shows up and is not actually trying to better yourself each round, then it doesn't matter. You want that glue. You want everybody else struggling just the same as you do. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sorry for cutting you off while you started speaking.
No, that's no big deal.
I interrupted you with that from that race, but we won't talk about that.
That's my.
There you go. You're interrupting him again.
So, second question. Y'all know where I'm going with this.
If you say all-wheel drive, I get to go first.
Yeah, he does.
What's your take on the 4x4 all-wheel drives in small tire?
Limpy, I'm about to break the internet, brother.
Go ahead.
Don't tell him.
Okay, so
don't tell him. Oh, you're gonna show him?
I'm gonna show. This is show and tell. So here's the thing: everybody's all scared of it for all-wheel drive. Now, Nathan Wheeler has a really, really badass rig. There's no doubt about it. His Shide motor, everything is set up. It's beautiful. I've seen trucks with that same combination at the track run low fours, like 4.0s, 4.2s consistently. Really,
don't show
them. Don't show them. We're not ready to break the internet.
You're going to get banned before you even come out.
Well, I'm known for building gimmicks, okay? And that's what a lot of people have called the other things. But right here, you have the start to the first all-wheel drive dually. It's a diesel motor. You got your F1X Pro Charger, and I got to finish building the intake, building the exhaust, and we're going to go twin turbo in the back. So we're going to go F1X compounded to the twin turbos, and then we're going to spray about 5 kits of nitrous or so to keep everything cool. But everybody wants to talk about the different things about where all-wheel drive is or isn't allowed, and there is an advantage to all-wheel drive on a crap surface, but that's the only spot. And once you get about 2-3 rounds, there's no advantage. Now you have the same data, the road is warm, but you have to get to that point.
What
Yeah.
in the world?
Yeah. Well, no, seriously, I build a lot of gimmick things. So, like right here, this is a 65 Cadillac with a Duramax diesel in it. So we build a lot of crazy things up here at Top Frog. But the one thing that I'm building for myself is that all-wheel drive truck, so that when I hit places and people have issues and problems with the rules or whatever else, I just load the truck back up on the back of the tow truck and open the box and drop the car out, you know? But places where it's allowed, you're going to see an all-wheel drive dually pull up. They don't call me Uncle Jeff for nothing, man. I got some tricks up my sleeve.
Just broke the end.
So Pro Charger
Compounded 2 twin turbos.
with how many kits?
5. It's the same setup I ran on the last dragster. Ask Nathan about that one. He's still hating. Man, Nathan didn't talk to me for like 3 years after we raced. I pulled up in the diesel dragster and entered the 4x4 class, and man, 3 years it took him to be able to talk to me again.
Wow. That's Jeff.
Yeah, y'all want to stir some stuff, bro? I'm gonna break the internet stirring it.
What fuel management system or what engine management system are you going to use, Jeff?
Stock ECM with the SCT programmer. The Advantage programmer opens up and does everything that I need it to do, and you can run it all through a stock ECM. Literally have the original OBD2 port down in the bottom.
Frog people.
Hey, Ashton, make sure you get a screenshot of this, bro. You ready?
Oh boy.
There it is. I was giving them crap about flipping me off because I've never done it before with everybody, and so I figured I'd just join in the little reindeer games today.
Oh man.
All of a sudden it's quiet. We want to talk about all-wheel drive, and now it's quiet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I was about to build an all-wheel drive now, but I'm just going to sell it after seeing that.
Don't let this guy fool you. He's got a fast street car. That's handicapped. So Steve,
Yeah.
I don't know how you can top that, but what do you feel about all-wheel drive and small tire?
You know, I'm a pretty technical person, so when it comes to the rules, and technically, you know, when you have to have, one of the only rules, remaining rules is the tire size. Having 4 versus 2, you know, in my head that doesn't add up. And you know, when you go in reality, most of the all-wheel drives are heavier and have more drivetrain loss, and there's all these crazy variables you have to go through. You know, it's better on this surface, but not this surface, and it's this surface and that. And then now we got what are those twins up in where the hell? That Cyclone. I have no idea how to pronounce their last name.
Yeah.
That V6.
Yeah, that V6 Cyclone.
That's a bad mofo, and he gapped me, and it hurt. But you know, we have that, and it's like, hey, we kind of weigh the same. and then having all-wheel drive and similar power, and then it's like, so he has an advantage, but those guys don't, and there's just crazy amount of variables. At the end of the day, I'm not a promoter, so if they let him in, it is what it is. I hope they go to a good road.
Yeah, I
you
do
know,
believe that. I do believe surface is
100%. Yeah.
is the variable. If you're going to go to some junk asphalt road, they should not be allowed. Just my personal opinion.
I can relate to that 100%. I mean, that's what when we went to Kansas, that I think the Equalizer,
Right
the road
after
we were at, that was a good road, right? It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't, really good, at least not in the beginning. And then, but then the after party was on like the worst road I've ever seen. And like, I think Callie Nate went to the finals, and he's like, there's nothing I can do here. Take the turbo off. And then all-wheel drive won there. And so, the first case scenario was concrete, not the best, not the worst. It was good, anybody's game. Then we went to that road, and that was, I think some people dropped out just because it was that bad. Literally, they just felt unsafe. And I don't ever cross, and I crossed. That road was, yeah. And I crossed because about halfway down, there was a concrete driveway that was paved out. So I gave up because I raced all-wheel drive, I think, first off the trailer. I was just in decel trying to let off, like giving up, and my tire hit the concrete patch and just threw me into the left lane. And I was like, that's the worst idea. I don't know who put that on.
Yeah,
or maybe it was lack of options. I don't know. I'm not a promoter.
That's when we ran from spot to spot to spot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was about ready. If that spot didn't work out, I was about ready to call the cops on us just so I could go back to sleep.
Go to the fucking hotel.
I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to call the cops myself.
Yeah.
So, hey man, just follow these people wherever we go, so I don't miss nothing.
Yeah, I really like the Equalizer. That was a real fun race. Yeah.
That's
yeah. No, why didn't we go there? And everyone's talking about it. I don't know. I'm not a promoter.
That's their good spot, and I think the kids were there earlier, and the cops were already out there a couple of times. So
gotcha.
If we would have went out there, then that'd been the third time, bad time.
It was a hell of a time. Like, we took a long way getting there with the family, a long way back, playing in the hotels with the kids and stuff. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Met a lot of good people. It was a blast. But all-wheel drives, it didn't feel the best. I mean, I didn't honestly though. Like I lost to that all-wheel drive because I didn't do my job. It wasn't that he had some crazy advantage over me. Yeah, he was a fast car, but I didn't do my job. I didn't put any boost on the scramble like an idiot. But anyway.
Yeah, but he also does have 4 pulling tires where you only had 2. So there is an advantage on the crap.
It's interesting though, because every all-wheel drive I race, I usually 60-foot them. I don't know what the hell, why. I remember I raced it like a 2,000 horsepower GTR. I like 60-foot on my 330. And I could see him in the mirror. I'm like, hell yeah. And then he passed me with like 30 mile an hour.
They're hard to set up. Once you get the things lined out, man, you can make them fly, but they are extremely hard to set up. And that's the big thing. Right now, they're not fucking killing everybody. They're not breaking the internet, but I guarantee you, the more people come out on the roads with the all-wheel drive, those things are going to start flying when they finish figuring it out. Because a lot of people claim, it's a 6,000-pound truck. Well, that's an advantage with the all-wheel drive. Yeah. You just got to throw more power to it, and you can because you have the weight holding you down. But until they get it figured out, it's still going to be the back and forth, and that's where my little truck is going to fit in, just to kind of irritate people for a little while, And then once rules made about it banning it, I've got a front end to weld back in, like literally just cut the frame, weld the front end back in, and it'll be back to a 2-wheel drive only,
Don't tell anybody that. Just do it.
Nah.
I didn't hear that.
Bro.
Nobody heard that.
Just be like, oh, you don't want to race? That's okay. I'll take the front drive shaft off for 500.
You know, that's planned. Everybody says you can't do that, but you can.
Here's the an all-wheel drive. Well, it's not really. It's a front-wheel drive with rear-wheel assist. It's import.
Aaron.
Man, I guess he said he misjudged the road. And you got a video of it?
Yeah, I'm just fixing to play it. But versus Cody in the ICT billet truck. So here's water burnout, people. All-wheel drive versus two-wheel drive in a pickup. So here you go. On a good road.
Sorry, guys.
So people got in the way there of the live feed, but took him to Gap Town.
Yeah, I guess he said someone, I can't remember the post, but he said everyone was telling him that it would take anything you could throw at it. So I guess there you go. Threw too much at it. So I threw too much at it. I mean, that's an H pattern too. So he's fighting against the manual.
Yeah.
And I guess they threw too much at it. A lot of people actually threw too much at it because it's a good road, it's still 30 degrees and it's not a track. What do you say?
He said
what Jacob said.
Don't give me that stuff, man. That little H22 fly. It's like number 10 in the world, I believe, for the Honda
7.
stuff.
Or 7 or 10?
7? No, I think it's 10.
Yeah, 7 sounds better.
Y'all believe?
Okay, well, you've been promoted to 7.
2,600 pounds. Does that sound right?
That does not sound heavy.
That sounds light as all get out, bro.
Well, I know that. Yeah, I figured it'd be a little lighter than that, being it's little.
Well, they probably try to throw a little weight in the front to put some weight on the drive line.
Yeah. Oh, there they are. We're 10.
10.
But you're not the world record holder. Right there.
So, truth be told, my record actually got beat.
Oh, it did?
We don't have to, but my wife did make the shirt, though. So I got the shirt before it was announced that it got beat. Yeah, Squirrel Tune, he got it. He had the record before, and then I beat it, and he beat it, and I beat it, then he beat it again. We were back and forth for a little while.
So you were going back and forth? How bad did it beat? Yeah. You got him covered now, you think?
Man, I love the track stuff, and it's fun, but the streets and the money in the streets, and I got a stock bottom end motor, and my car wasn't built for the track. It just wasn't. It was built in the 80s and with a heavy cage and a stock, it still has a stock front frame, even though there's glass in it, and the weight distribution is for the street, not for the track. So I'm throwing over 100 pounds on the front of the car just to get it not to wheelie with the limited suspension I have. I mean, I'm surprised I got as fast as I did with it.
Oh boy, shots fired.
No, it is not.
No. Nowhere near. Scales are going to be in the trailer next race, brother. We're going to put some money on that.
Last time I seen Scales was involved. Somebody lost a bet.
I did not lose a bet.
But somebody lost a bet on you.
Aston lost a bet. He decided to drink too many of these. And the bet is that Wolf's car was lighter than mine by itself. That was the bet. Ooh. Not when it had a bunch of sandbags in the back with the driver. Because I don't add weight to the car. And so we went to Mineral Wells, and then he decided to drink and said, we got Scales, bet 100. I'm like, Aston, don't bet $100. And he's like, he called me a chump and everything else. Like, you don't believe in me? I was like, no, it's simple math. Like, look at the back of that car. It's got a bunch of weight in it. I do not. Or I don't know about a bunch, but I know I didn't have any weight in it. And so, but we proceeded to jack the cars up and get in it. And yeah, he lost the $100 bet. I think it turns out our cars weighed almost the same, which is kind of funny afterwards, but he had ballast in it and I didn't. So,
yeah.
Or no, what did he say? You don't have my back, bro? And I'm like, it's math. Like, It's nothing to do with having your back.
So yeah, I'll buy you another 6-pack for the ride home.
And we made him jack up the cars and everything.
I'm about to say he had to do all the work, and then he had to fork over 100.
Oh man, that was
He
a
might have
good
got
time.
sober. He might have got it. He might have
Go
got
ahead.
sober jacking them cars up.
I know
after
it.
that.
He was complaining about it. That was good. Yeah, that was a good.
Speaking of, where's it at? Oh, Booster came out this weekend.
I was surprised. I always see his name, and I'm like, is he too famous for us?
Well,
no, he's been in Dallas as well.
Yeah, I've seen
him. He come out, and I was talking to Kayla, and I said, "Did has he made a test hit?" And Kayla said, "No, that's just we come." Which I knew he dynoed his car during the week and stuff, but I figured he might have tested. And she goes, "No, he didn't test." So I threw 20 on Dwayne.
Oh shit!
Almost.
I had to go against my hometown boy, because
man,
he's not from Oklahoma. People, he's from Texas. He actually lives about 20 minutes from me. So, but no matter what you hear on the show, the show is not all real, but just saying. But
no, are you serious?
No,
man, you just took the wind out of my sails, bro. That's going to be bigger than the freaking dually.
No,
man.
but I know that car. I know he's got it set up pretty good, and all he has to do. But I just figured, with it being cold, water, that, and I figured that I don't know if y'all been testing out there all week or whatever on that road or
a lot of people were.
So I figured people testing out there might have got an advantage over Chris, and so I threw some money on it, and Dwayne had it won. And he got a little squirrely on the big end, got out of it, and clipped him right at the end.
Yep, that was a good race.
But it looked like Slingshot engaged, man. Oh my
yeah.
god! Watching that video was just insane. Sitting behind him, then all of a sudden it was like he turned his car on.
Oh man, that's like you can just hear the power on that motor. That thing makes some steam.
I don't know how much he had on the scramble, but he had all of it, I think, on the scramble.
That thing sounded nasty.
Yeah, those little jet packs, the nano things or whatever, man. I was looking for those things. That was insanely like a slingshot.
Yeah, that's got to be a tough transition, because I mean, those guys work their butt off to keep up with the shows and the tracks and everything, and it's a different world out there, and then making the transition back to the street. I mean, I just played around a little bit at the track, and then and you don't really lose the knowledge, but we're constantly. We're constantly upgrading, right? So you go to the track and then you buy this, you buy that, then you go back to the street. Well, now it's not the same car anymore. So your old data doesn't work anymore, because you're constantly trying to improve. And so I could definitely see the struggle there and relate to that in a little bit. And those guys take it to the extreme, I mean, people can make fun of the TV racers all day long, but that's, hey, I'd do it too. To a certain extent. All right. But, like it's a different game. Those guys work their butt off, just like Todd you had on there earlier. Like, he doesn't have any sponsors. He's doing all the work himself, and he's competing at a really high level. And so props to those guys. It's a different world up there, or, doing that stuff, and it can all be appreciated to a certain degree, or from whatever angle you want to look at it.
Yeah, I know. Chris had the car out whenever we did the race here, and then I think he went a different direction, which I don't know how you go. You get the motor back together, and then you go a different direction, or you rebuild it or something. I guess beating Brent Self isn't fast enough.
Right.
That was an insane race. I liked that one.
That was fucking loud.
Yeah.
Seeing it live is way different than watching the video. I watched the video and I'm like, where's the adrenaline? I actually had an adrenaline rush sitting on the line watching that race. That was crazy.
Oh man. Hell, that's how I lost so bad. I saw all those guys and I hit, control up about 18 times. And then I fucking knocked the tires off.
Can you just hit Control Alt up? Will that just send all of it, or maybe?
I don't know, but I know you always talk about control this, and I need to figure that button out and then put a piece of tape over it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Halo was with Booster this weekend. Oh boy, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not going there. My name's Emmett, and I'm not in it. So
we just assumed. I assumed. I'm sorry. After me and you, I assumed.
Yeah,
I've been street more lately. Ooh.
So yeah, that's why I went with. That's why I went with Dwayne, because I figured them guys. Because whenever I do a race, I don't tell nobody where we're going. I want it to be fair for everybody, just like the water burnout. It's fair for everybody. I don't tell nobody where we're racing. Everybody's got the same advantage, unless you got a bad lane. One lane's better than the other, but it is what it is. That's part of the street racing. But that's why you luck with a draw on the chip pool. But anyway, but I figured some guys were out there testing this week because they knew that the spot was where they're going to be at. So that's why I took a gamble, and Dwayne almost pulled it off. If he wouldn't got a little squirrely at the top.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, like what happened, and how so many people tested, even that didn't know about the spot, is we don't have. It's not DFW where there's 20 roads to choose from or 10 roads or whatever. We're very limited on roads, and word got out. But at the same time, all week, whoever was out there, every day when they checked on it, there was different marks. And I think someone even tested the morning of. Anyway, so, but all week it was 80 degrees and 2,000 DA. Well, the DA dropped 1,500 DA and down to 30 degrees. So even if you had an advantage, did you really? To a certain extent, right? I mean, obviously, but and then a lot of the people that raced that road had been there before. I think Rake had been there before last year. And so like there's some data there. But yeah, so that was like a good thing for me because I know a lot of fast guys were testing out there, and I was like, well, let's just hope that.
Yeah.
What did he say? I did hear Limpy say, yeah.
I tried, bro. I put a little too much on it in the beginning.
Yeah, and so, but that was cool. So it was still, even if everyone tested, it was still a battle of who can tune better for that weather, man. And there's some wind, the wind chill, the 30 degrees, like that ain't no joke.
The 30 degrees before the wind chill.
Yeah, and then people. Station. I don't know if people were paying attention, but it dropped negative 2,000 DA, but then it went back up to 1,000. And so, but anyways, yeah. Just adapting, how everything acts in that sort of environment. It was pretty cool.
What I hate is when they just go out there and test. I know the roads they're going to test on, and they just test in one lane.
That sucks.
One lane,
and then they screw the whole road up.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That dude had like a Pokemon blanket on his head or something.
James.
Looked like
it was
Kenny.
Really good to see you guys out there too, though. I mean, There was money bets that you weren't coming. It was really, really good to see you out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little afraid.
Well, I was going to throw some money on. I was going to throw some money on him, but I couldn't understand his sign language, and I said, "Are you going to put it down?" And he goes. I said, "The fuck's that mean?" And he gave me the deal. I was like, "Oh, I don't know about this shit."
No, man, that's an awesome car, awesome driver, and I really wanted to race him, honestly.
Yeah, he's good. He's good people. He's good people.
Yeah, super, super nice guy. They helped me out a lot when I was in Memphis and I didn't know shit. So, yeah, super cool guys.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Same here, man. When I first got the slow mod, yeah, when I first got the slow mod, I actually went out to his place and dropped my car off, and he gave me a great baseline to get started from. We've made a lot of changes from there, though. I mean, we cut the whole back of the car up and redid the whole back of the car. So, but when we first got started with it, he did give us our first leg up, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Really cool guys, whole crew.
And where was it at? Where's it at? Oh, and the aftermath.
Yeah. Man, that road has turned into something else. Wow.
Ooh.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
And that's a private road, isn't it?
Yes, it's private.
Man, that road's so good. I need to put the damn
you.
weight. I need to put the track weight back on the front. I don't know about y'all, but like I was having I was turning it down because it was wheeling, not because it was spinning. I mean, of course, I don't have a mountain motor either. Like somebody I know. Someone gets seated in it. Hold on a minute.
Do 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 do.
You know, you're not wrong. Not wrong, Trey. I was getting a little low. I was drinking on the fuzz.
Drinking on the fuzz, man. I heard they were radaring out there.
Oh my god! Yeah, did they really radar?
No, I hope not. Because
that's what somebody said. Man, who's telling stories?
Look,
I thought that was. I've been telling that story.
Rumor.
You're an asshole. I've been telling it like it was the truth.
I heard that radar. I heard that radar rank, and then they said, "Oh, we ain't got to worry about this. I ain't even breaking the speed limit." So they just turned left.
That's messed up.
Man. Oh.
Man, racing him was cool. I haven't. They've been whooping up whenever he was, driving the truck, and he's been whooping up on me for a little bit. So that was nice.
Uh-oh.
White
Pants is in here. White Pants is in the house. White Pants is in the house.
Uh-oh.
But that was a good race. I think he's messed up the 60-foot a little bit.
Did you get the bumper, Jeff?
It's securely attached. Literally welded a cage around the back of it now. That way it won't fall off anymore. Because first time I got the suspension right, I went and saw Brandon McKinney up in Gatesville, and he gave me a bunch of numbers to try, and I put the first set of numbers in, and man, it tore the damn bumper off the car.
Damn.
So I got a little metal cage built all the way around the bumper now, so it doesn't fall off no more.
I was wondering where all them sparks come from.
Oh, the warden's watching.
I drank. That I did. Yeah, that happened.
Oh boy.
Cracking rum specifically.
Well, speaking of, they had a race in Mineral Wells.
Yeah.
And Stefan ended up winning, but he can't come on, so his mouthpiece is wanting to get on too. So
I've never heard of his mouthpiece having a problem.
Well, his mouthpiece needs some light because all we can see is his nose.
Where's he at?
He's hiding.
Who'd that be?
He's hiding. Oh, look at that! Look at the head on that thing.
I know. Look at the forehead on that thing.
Good Lord. You need to turn that hat around so we don't see the chrome dome.
Yeah.
Oh, so how come y'all didn't go out to Mineral Wells and then drive the 3 hours? I mean, I did it. Y'all could have did a twofer.
For me personally, it's personal reasons right now.
I understand. I don't know why. Wait.
Yeah, ask him where's the.
I know. I know him.
That way.
I know why his is, but you like it out there, don't you, Steve?
Oh, Mineral Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I struggled. I actually just was getting over COVID, and I wasn't like super duper sick or anything. But it was just extremely tired. Like I barely came out, honestly. I just, took a bunch of medicine. I guess it affects everyone differently, but I was just extremely tired. And then having, a 1-year-old doesn't let you sleep and stuff. And so I barely made it out. There we go. But yeah, I barely made it out to the ATX race, so I was just exhausted, really, just because of that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that was pretty much it, and that's a lot of driving, and it's a little sketchy out there. I
It's
mean,
a little short out there.
that's
A
exactly.
little.
Yeah, and
like
you
I
gotta
feel like
throw your
throwing a
shoes,
second
like,
shoot on the car.
yeah, you gotta
short.
throw your. Go ahead.
A lot short.
Yeah, I mean, you
If
gotta
you don't
throw your
have a
shoot
second
every time.
shoot, and if you don't throw it before the 8th, you're gonna run off into the weeds.
Yeah, and it destroys your shoot.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I get to poke it. Hold on. Yeah, because if you go out there and you're not fast enough, you don't have those problems.
Oh,
Oh.
point this the other way.
Oh, sorry. Boom.
Shots fired. Shots fired, people. Shots
Hey,
fired.
I'm saying it's about the point.
All right. Well, Steve or Jeff, any of y'all got spot? Where y'all gonna be at? What y'all's next deal? Y'all streets?
I am in the street. That's the only place I've been racing lately, except for one trip to the no prep with farm truck in them. I tried my little hand at that and found out that I come up a lot short after the 500 foot. As soon as we hit that 500 foot, I didn't have anything for any of those cars. But the streets got me up all the way up to the 500 foot. And I couldn't convince anybody to make the race any shorter. So yeah, I'm going to stay in the streets. That's it for me. Literally just finished fixing cylinder number 7 and rebuilding the carburetors right now.
All right. Steve, your streets?
Yeah. We only got a lot going on as far as business stuff goes. But we plan on, I know this weekend there may be some North Austin, Mexico, I hear. And then the next weekend there's something in Arizona that I hear. Arizona, Mexico. And then there's Vegas, Mexico on the 29th.
Oh.
That was way too specific. Delete that. I don't know. I honestly don't even know what all the details are. I'm just trying to get resources, get tires together, get the money. I've never traveled that far.
Man, come on, you're rich.
Yeah, right.
Golly.
Says who?
Oh boy.
All that money you always win.
I mean, gotta pay for child support. No.
Oh boy.
True story, sore subject. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I want to try to hit the streets. I mean, I don't really plan on going to the track. Like, that's not my plan to try to break any records anymore right now.
You say you did it, so you say you did it, so
I did it. I made a shirt. I got a shirt. So my lovely wife made me. So that, and I'm gonna try to get a forged motor in it, because after going to that race in Austin, I mean, it could have taken more out the back. Not that, I mean, it seemed to do okay, but yeah, it would have taken more out the back. But I didn't have. I mean, I actually pushed it harder than my record pass, which is crazy, and it was holding. And so it did really well, and it could have used some more. So I think I'm gonna use that money, build a forged motor, and hit the streets. I already bought 2 sets. I had Dan hunt me down some. Actually fell out the Outlaw Race Engine. They sell tires over there in Arizona, and he hooked me up like a couple days. Actually, before the race, I barely made it because of the tires. They just got to my house, and then I just ordered another set. Last one he had. Yep. But I think I got to go to a 20. I got to find a pushing it hard.
Yeah, that's my problem right now. I'm back on my diet, and I can't trust the fart right now.
Yeah.
That's why I was a little late. That's why I was a little late on the live feed today.
Yeah, they do a lot of 28 stuff. I don't know if it's just a Texas thing, the 29.5s, but I know when you start traveling, a lot of it's 28. So I need to get a hold of some 28s now.
Yeah. depends on what side of the world you're on. It depends
Yeah.
on if it's 29s or 25s. So, but
Yeah, we should all just like come together and make a tire size we can all use. I mean, I don't care 28, 29, 5. Just pick one.
Just meet in the middle and go 29. Do 29, 10.
I'm actually thinking about doing some 26s this year.
Ooh.
You know, because it's tough. Because compete at the level of these guys, you got to totally set up your chassis for it.
I have to re-weld the transmission mount to fit 26s.
Oh boy!
Good Lord!
Oh boy!
It's pushing it out the back.
You just push it back in when it blows out the back. You just push it back in. Oh, all right. Jeff, you got any sponsors or people you want to give a shout out to?
Yes, I do. First and foremost, my family for putting up with my shit. Then after that is Top Frog Diesel and Freak Show Transmissions. Somebody said before about how do you get a sponsor, and the easiest way is you buy their product, and if it works, you tell everybody, and they'll recognize the fact that you're helping them, and they'll come in and start helping you as well. And that's exactly how I got 2 sponsors.
Facts.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Jesus.
Steve?
Yeah. I mean, not sponsor specifically, really, like just like Jeff said, using someone's product and really, because I bought a lot of things but using someone's product and it really being a good product or service or whatever it may be, or someone that's willing to help you, give you a shirt off their back and help you out, like businesses like that. And so with that being said, Justin over at 2JM Fab, he helps me with all kinds of stuff. I mean, not only all my shock, suspension, spring rates, he helps me, engine stuff, just random things, and it just helped me be faster, stronger. I haven't asked for anything for free, and he gives me more than what I pay for. So, that, and the same thing when it comes to, like BTR, Paul Thornton over there at BTR, like they've helped me out probably the most. I sponsors Uncle Jeff. Yeah. So
partnership,
yeah,
bro.
like
I
I blew the motor. I blew the motor up and I said, look, I need parts, and boom, there it is. They give me great deals. They help me out like with all my customers, things like that. And then I got an intake actually back there. I'm gonna port match and put on there that's gonna go on the car as soon as I can get the welder set up in the new shop and stuff. But I'm gonna put that on there. Freak Show converters and transmissions. That thing has done nothing but I'd beat the shit out of it. I mean, it's just 12 seconds on the brake. I just messed around on the brake earlier like 8 times, messing with the 3-step, and that thing, huh?
Pops and bangs.
Yeah, pops and bangs. I got new ways of pops and bangs that I found in the Fuel Tech software, and that 2JM Fab helps me out with that too. I mean, I do all my own tuning, but they did the base tune and helped me out when switching to the Holly. But yeah, Freak Show, RS, my boys, Richie, Dylan over there, their teammates, my brother, he owns a shop, Central Texas Classics Customs. He has a lot of accounts I don't, so helping me out, getting the race car ready. Like I said, tires that Brent Albry, I believe, with the Outlaw Racing Ninjas. I mean, shit, if I didn't have tires that race, I wouldn't be here. No. My buddy Dylan with A-Town Speed, he's always helped me with random stuff, cleaning my injectors. He just tested a set of atomizers for me. He does a lot of different things, but yeah. And then all my teammates, Jason, Aston, just everyone willing to help out together. There's a lot of people say that they do it all by themselves, and although it may seem that way at sometimes, and I do all my own tuning, I do all my own suspension, and this, that, and the other, and I just buy their product. Like, no, you didn't do it by yourself. You had people help you out around you. You had people back you up. You had product support. And to say you do it by yourself, I don't believe that's accurate. So I like to recognize. I mean, anyone I forgot. Calabrese, the ATX Dig, shoot, Paul and Cindy keeping us safe out there.
Facts.
Man, yeah, what will we do without spotters, you know? And then, 660 Street and like what they do and everyone else, Dark Side was out there, all the media, Limpy, keeping us on here right now, being able to spread the word, of these great people. Yeah, so all the media is amazing. Like, and after these races, I guarantee you, everyone watching this after the race, when their car's been out there, they're scouring the internet. I can't tell. I know I do it. Hey, who got the picture? Who got the shot? Where's the finish line? When's the video gonna come out? So that doesn't happen without these people around us. So recognizing that, yeah, it's really amazing. I love the racing family. I love doing this stuff. I love being here. Thank you, Wimpy.
Not a problem.
So, I love my wife that lets me do all of this.
Facts.
Number one,
Not always.
family. And my family that puts up with it. She's amazing. Maybe this awesome T-shirt. Let's see that again.
There you go. Let's see that trophy again. Let's see that trophy again.
Oh, no, the trophy.
Oh, that little guy.
Oh,
Don't worry about that little guy.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So a lot of people, collective effort. And then I try to return the favor, like Jeff with his fuel tech. He would just ask me a question.
Yeah. All right. Well, your winners this weekend. Steve holding the trophy there.
Ah.
Good weekend, guys. I know I was I didn't get to make the heliport race, but we went out and went to the pad, and then we went out to see y'all. Had to take a nap on the way home when the sun come up, because when the sun comes up, I get a little time to pull over for a nap. But appreciate y'all letting me come out, and Steve or Chris and them, and congrats on y'all's wins, and maybe we'll see y'all here pretty soon.
Hey, Limpy, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got a spot where you set up for people to donate, right? Because your fuel, man, and you getting around and all the different stuff, it costs a lot of money. And I know there's a lot of us that if there was a place where we could run like credit cards off the internet or something, we could get that handled easier.
Yeah, a lot of us aren't really technologically inclined, like myself when I tried to subscribe, I think. Or not subscribe or whatever. I couldn't even figure that out.
A dude can tune a car. He can control alt up or whatever, control alt down
18 times.
He can build a motor with his eyes closed. He can whatever else. Change his shock suspension.
Ask my wife about those, but those are,
But yet he can't figure out how to do PayPal or Cash App.
I can do PayPal. I'm good at PayPal.
I have to put it on something else. I don't have any of my payment stuff on my phone. Yeah. I lose my phone too much.
That's
I'm really good at PayPal. I'm really good at PayPal. I can do that. It was just like I had to I don't remember what it was. I just couldn't figure it out, and it was pissing me off. And the Facebook was getting me red flags and stuff. But I have PayPal.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll drop a link in the descriptions there for my Cash App and my PayPal. Or can't figure out stars on Facebook or supers on YouTube and Twitch. I don't know how they do that stuff, but I've only got like 8 people watching on that, so that's mostly a gaming for gamers or whatever. But we appreciate all the stars and supers and donations and stuff. It helps out. Appreciate it, Jeff. All right, we'll get.
Thank you.
We'll get Trade the boss. Oh boy, I don't know how he gets that name.
Do I hit the X button?
I'll get you out of here, but I wonder how he gets that name. Does he name himself?
I don't know. I got names by my crew. I wouldn't be
surprised.
Do you think he? I think he named himself Trade the boss because I don't know. I'll leave that one alone.
Yeah, the crew. I used to be called No Jets Jeff because I took the jets out of my diesel one time, and then all of a sudden these guys calling me Uncle Jeff, and it just really stuck. And you got to embrace stuff like that, man.
Yeah. All right, you have a good night. Appreciate
you too.
Thanks, bro.
Later. So Trey the boss. How'd you
Well,
get Trey? How'd you get Trey the boss?
Man, it's kind of a running joke between. It started with me and my dad, and then
boy.
it just kind of went off from there. From whenever I flagged my first race.
You flagged a race?
Well, one race.
One race.
Yes.
How'd it go? How'd it go?
I'm not a fan of it. I don't like how the cars fly past me that fast, and it's just not my forte. I'd rather drive.
So when they went by you, did you poop a little bit, or did you?
Man, if you look at the picture, it looks like I'm 17 feet in the air. From
did you jump? Did you jump?
I jumped just like JJ does, and
oh boy, did you do arm drop?
Yeah, of course.
Oh boy, I wonder.
I didn't have a flashlight, man, but yeah, it just kind of stuck from there. So
did you? White man can jump?
Man, I think it's just the picture. I was like literally, if you watch another angle, I was probably 2 inches off the ground, maybe.
God dang, that's my vertical.
Yeah, it was
that's why I don't do arm drop, because if I jump in the air, I'm gonna get stuck. So they had a little race out at the helipad or the heliport, whatever you want to call it, this past weekend.
Yep.
And it was a 28 race, right?
Yes, sir. All steel, all glass. Probably 73 of the baddest street cars in America.
Oh yeah,
100%.
73.
73.
Wow, that's
a
pretty good turnout.
For sure, 100%.
Like
$1,000.
$1,000. So, let me see my math here. Oh wait, let me see my math here. Fuck Mark. But Stefan ended up, where'd it go? Is Stefan and JoJo, right?
For sure.
Man, I bet that was a good race.
Yeah, we actually we gained a new teammate after this weekend. JoJo got tired of us kicking his teeth in all the time, so he came to the dark side.
All right. Well, we got a video here. We can watch the finals. I guess it's the finals. I think it is. Let me watch it. How close was it? It looked pretty close. Maybe a car stone?
About a car and a half, and we just had to put that mile an hour on him, and hashtag drive by.
Oh, JoJo got drove by.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. So I get a sticky pickle I guess they use prep.
Yes, we always use sticky pickle 100% or Dr. Pepper.
Man, I like Dr. Pepper. Speaking of,
Dr. Pepper works good. And it's cheaper than going out and buying all these different preps. Some people charge, $65 for half a jug of prep. And so.
Damn, prep's that much now? I remember it was $20 a jug. God dang.
That'd be nice. It'd make racing a lot cheaper.
That was back in the day, back when I had a stock block Ford.
What do you think we all have? We all got stock block 302s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Bullshit.
100%, man.
Corona.
And they're all on pump gas.
Yeah. Pumped straight out of the barrel, huh?
For sure.
So 73 cars, $1,000 buy-in. Did they do 80-20 split?
JoJo came up and he asked, he's like, hey man, I know I can't get there. So will y'all do, at least 60-40? We're like, no, man, I don't think we can do that. And then he came back again asking for, a 50-50 split. And we're like, man, let's just do 80-20. So, yeah, we just had to give him the drive-by. We were out testing, probably 2 weeks before that, and he just happened to sneak up on us. So he thought he was King Dingling that day.
Wow. Maybe should I send JoJo an invite and see how that went down?
Yeah, send him an invite.
See if I can find him. Well, y'all teammates now, right?
For sure, 100%. So we got to give him a little bit of help.
My internet's like
your dial-up that you got.
Yeah, my dial-up that I'm working on right now. It's
Man,
like
I will say something. We've actually got something good working. A couple of us signed this deal. One of us is not being myself or the other. He's already been on Netflix once. He's already famous. So
the guy that can't come on the show.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just camera shy or what, but we got this new gig with Netflix. It's a new y'all will all see it pretty soon. Most of y'all that street race and all that. It's called the Three Stooges. So it's coming soon. Coming to a street and a TV near you.
Oh boy. So, I used to watch Three Stooges all the time, but Three Stooges probably back before you were even born. You ever watch Three Stooges?
Yeah, whenever
the real one.
Do what?
The real one, the real Three Stooges.
Yeah.
The little 10-minute sitcoms.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I was a kid.
Yeah. That wasn't too long ago, was it?
I'm still a baby, I know.
I know, because I got a kid older than you. So.
Oh man.
But yeah. Sounds pretty good. Three Stooges, Netflix, huh?
For sure.
When's it coming out? Because I got a Netflix account.
Probably within the next, I'll say the next month. Cool. It'll be out full tilt boogie.
I don't watch much of the reality racing shows. I like to watch the real racers, the people that actually get out in the streets and do stuff. So, but yeah, if that's what it is, then hell yeah, I'll watch it.
You should have no problem watching us then. After the this weekend, it was just we were just blessed enough that Silver Nova, that pro mod, let us little guys come out and have a good time and go some rounds.
Pro mod.
Yeah.
I thought y'all had rules out there. How can it be a pro mod if it had the same rules as?
Man, I'm just saying, we were blessed enough to be able to go have some fun this weekend and not get picked on.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm scratching my hair here. So if y'all got tire size, all glass, all metal, how come he has a pro mod? Because he didn't have a stock block? Is that the problem? Oh,
bingo.
Oh, okay.
Bingo.
I got.
Yep, that one's it.
Pro mod equals faster than you.
Yep.
Wow. He needed steel doors. Wow. So they even you got to have steel doors and all glass all the way around.
Yeah, and no all-wheel drives. That's the best part. No all-wheel drives.
Yeah, all-wheel drives out there. All-wheel drive would have the advantage. Yes, I completely agree on that.
Now I will say there's not a single fast all-wheel drive in Dallas, but
shots fired. I think Chris you just made Chris go out to the garage.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
So There you go. Facts.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you talking to that guy right there, Chris McKnight?
I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Wow. Oh. So nitrous for life, huh?
100%. You know, I get the in the background.
I heard it.
Somebody is Miss Turbo over there, but yeah. We're budget racers over here. We're not rich.
What about boost and nitrous? Would that be the same? Or could you still have nitrous on the board?
Nah.
No.
One or the other.
You can't have both of them?
Nah. You can have BOFA. I'll give you that.
BOFA?
BOFA.
Oh boy. BOFA. That's a new word for me. I need to look up at my Urban Dictionary for that.
I won't say it on the live feed. I'll just let you look it up.
All right. Yeah, baby turbo and a 500 shot. There you go.
Oh Lord, Dan.
What about Jeff's? Was it Pro Charger going into twins into 5 kits?
Man, that thing's actually. I bet that thing would be pretty cool. I'd let him make it one race, and then after that, if he beats me, I'm gonna complain till I die. 100%. There's a lot of effort that went into that.
I was like, good Lord, he was saying all that stuff, and my head was just, I don't even know, my headphones were going just out where I couldn't even comprehend what the hell he was saying.
I would like to say something for your race in April at the Gut.
Mm-hmm.
There will be 2 cars that us in the Stefco Performance Camp will be looking for, and that would be Mr. Gary Danos and Juju Ladner.
Oh,
so
yeah, I heard the group chat. I watched the group chat a little bit. From this past weekend.
Yeah, as everybody knows, Juju picked on us a while back, so we got to try to get our league back.
I know after watching.
That's if they actually show up in Texas. They don't like to get away from the pad, so.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I do know Gary was making some licks out there. That car coming around now.
For sure, 100%.
I mean, he was rolling. Like Todd said, I think the rain kind of put a little bit more moisture on the road, and it is what it is. But he had the first 2 rounds. He had that thing rolling.
It looked good for sure.
As I called him, Little Bill, this weekend because he had the overalls on.
Yeah.
So does Stefan want to give any shout out to his sponsors or?
Man, I know there's just in our little group, there's a bunch of people that we all use. Stefco Performance, of course, he does all of our tuning between suspension, last minute setups whenever we're trying to change things up and try new things. He's always for it. So he tunes the cars. Morgan and Son Racing Engines, 100%. Those people take care of us more than anybody. Then you got, they were Freak Show. They were saying Freak Show transmissions. We use Nate with Hydrostar transmissions. He's awesome. He always takes care of us the best that he can, with the parts limitations that we have at the moment. And then Ashburn and Fisher Construction. That's a big one. So, but other than that, Sticky Pickle, of course, they always hook us up and take care of us. And Dr. Pepper, whenever they don't have no prep, we use Dr. Pepper. So, but yeah.
What about Trey the Boss's? Was it Detailing.
You know, I don't really have time to do that anymore. I
Oh, you
would I
don't?
would love to continue to detail vehicles, but it's tough. So it's racing season or street racing season. I'll say that. So
Both of them. Bofa?
Yeah, both of these nuts.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Just pit them out. They don't belong to you.
I know.
But
But I'm
they
just
belong to Stefan.
just blessed to be here. That's it. Thankful to
Amen.
be on this lovely page here. After my ban has ended. So
your band has ended.
Yeah, my ban has ended.
Where was you banded?
I was banned from DFW street racing from our new race master.
Oh boy.
So
we're gonna get into that. All right, well, good. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
Let's get
here
into
we
it.
are. Yeah, we're here. We're staying blessed, and we're here.
And you woke up this morning on this side of the lawn.
100%. That's always the best.
Yeah, that's what I always say, people. No matter how bad you have it, there's always somebody out there that has it worse than you do. Just be happy that you woke up breathing.
For sure.
Or
100%.
Was that the turbo that fell over?
No, that was I guess you could call it the turbo, the speed charger. I mean, you could always be like Chris Sievert and have a car that makes a whole bunch of noise and don't go nowhere. So,
wow, is that y'all still got bad blood? Y'all still got bad blood?
We ain't raced yet, so we'll see.
Oh,
I just want to see what my little junkyard car will do. Maybe all of our junkyard cars. You know, we all got mixed match color cars, and they all look like shit. So
looking pretty don't make it faster.
Exactly. You know, maybe Mr. Sievert will engage with one of the cars.
Just one, or maybe
all of them.
Maybe just all y'all need is just one, right?
Yeah, this one.
So what's the car count up to on Stefco?
Man, we got a couple. There's only a few that street race, but there's pretty much all of Dallas, you know, and another shout out to King R for not being able to win a race a single time in his life.
Wow.
But yeah, Stefco is all of DFW, I will say.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. No matter, he thinks that I don't like him or whatever, but I like everybody. I like everybody except for like a couple people in this world. William Wrinkle, don't like that motherfucker.
I don't even know who that is.
I'll put that out there on the World Wide Web. Y'all ever have any dealings with him? Just whatever. And another guy, I ain't gonna say neither one of them really even worth mentioning. But
man, it's 2022. You got to name some names.
But I did. I named one. There you go.
I feel like there's another one that needs to be said.
Fuck Wrinkle. There you go. That's a new one right there.
Oh man.
Wrinkle. Oh. So what's next for y'all?
Man, I'm not sure.
More streets.
Yeah, it's you know, we're all over here trying to make a bunch of changes and trying to go faster all the time with what we got. So, you know, we try to go wherever we fit. You know, we don't like to just throw away money with going to the big races with the big giant buy-ins, but we're known to pull a hair out of our ass every once in a while. So we'll see. You know, we just like to have fun. We don't do it for a check. We do it because we like to do it. So
that's a fact right there. That's a fact. You know, if I learned a long time ago, if you're into this as a business, then you're in the wrong fucking business.
Yeah, you're gonna go broke real quick.
Yeah.
So
all right. So y'all be at the gut and you're taking what if Sievert wants to run you first pair?
That's fine. We can do it.
First pair.
With my car. With my car, we can do that.
With your car?
With my car.
What about King R?
Any King R car on 28s at the gut.
Wow. Who else? What else camp y'all don't care for?
That's really the only two ones in DFW that do anything at the gut or on the
Streets.
street.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
Well, tell Stefan congrats on his win, and maybe we'll be seeing him pretty soon. Uh-oh.
Well, I'd hope so. I'd let him.
You'd let him?
Yeah.
Has he got that much?
Yeah, he's got the old LDL, as we call it.
It's all shaft at their head. I'm just saying.
We won't speak on that subject.
I think it'd be a good race. I think it'd be a good race, especially at the gut.
Sure. Yeah, sounds great.
You don't?
No.
You don't think it? You do, man. Racing, anything could happen.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell him, let me start like half track, and he's got action.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's a half a track faster than you?
Yeah, 100%. He's super fast. Super. All those guys are.
All right. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you and Three Stooges coming out on Netflix. What'd she say? What'd the warden say?
I don't know. She's screaming Stefco. She said Jason rank who?
I said all Stefco final.
Yeah, all Stefco final. Jason rank who? She said all kinds of stuff. So.
Oh.
I did. I pulled the parachute in his face. I did do that.
Wow.
And I tried to burn him down. I ain't even gonna lie. I tried to burn him down. And then
Wow.
he pulled me straight in there, and I didn't get on the brake enough in time. So,
wow.
Yeah. I almost screwed myself.
Almost.
That was a good night of racing, you know.
We've had several good nights of racing. I mean,
for sure.
Over the years.
Yeah.
Like when you got your premature ejaculation name, PE.
Yes. I remember that night. I actually watched the video the other night. That was fun. That was we left North Star for burnouts for Blake, and went straight out there and came off the trailer with him. And I was antsy. That was the first time I ever raced anybody on the street. So.
And you made a hell of a lick too.
It did. I think it only had like a 200 jet in it, and I left on 100% with no ramp. So pretty much on the button. From the moment I let off the trans brake, it was all there.
Damn.
So, yeah, that was a fun race.
And Mike, he's a good guy. He'll do it again.
Sure.
Yeah,
100%.
he's a great guy. That guy travels all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's from Minnesota, don't you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh. He tripped me out the first time I ever talked to him. I was like, "What? Where are you from?" That was pretty cool. And he was all for it. I just pulled up and I said, "Hey man, you want to race?" I said, "It ain't got to be for no money." He's like, "Absolutely, let's do it." You know, we pulled up, unloaded the cars, got them warm because it was like -7 degrees outside.
It was a little chilly that night.
And we both did our thing. You know, some of my guys went over there and helped him, and so
yeah,
we had a
he's recouping right now. He had a broke leg, so he's
shit.
Yeah, I think he had a tire explode or something on him and caught him when he was doing the beadlocks or whatever. But yeah, he's getting back. I seen this boy up at the PRI just whenever I was there. He said he's doing pretty good.
Well, that's good.
All right. Well, appreciate you coming on and being Stefan's mouthpiece.
Yeah, the best that I can be. Somehow I always get coached into it. So,
but we appreciate you, and you you always got a place on the show with me, no matter what you think of that new race master.
The new big chief is in town.
Ooh, shots fired.
All right, stay blessed.
All right, man. Be good. Have a good night.
You too.
Later. So, as we're having this conversation right here, and I don't think JoJo seen the. He did, but he didn't get here in time. But so we're gonna go over. We got where's it at? So we'll go over some events here. We got Central Capital Takeover, backside, no prep. They're throwing money on top of the deal. That's in Montgomery, Alabama. And then you got Happy's race up there in Kentucky. The road or the track will be resurfaced. They're taking for sponsors as well. We got the Gut April 1st and 2nd. So if you haven't been to the Gut and it's on your bucket list, there you go. We did. I just got with Aaron. We're going to be doing the Park After Dark. I think it's three or four. I can't remember. Park After Dark 3, Wichita Falls, Iowa Park up there, Wichita Falls, April 21st. That date's locked as of right now. April 21st, Park After Dark 3. Look for that coming up. I could have swore I saved it. Maybe I didn't. Let me look for it here. Maybe, where'd it go? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't do it. Anyway, Cars and Chaos. The end of July. That's kind of like War in the Woods. I know War in the Woods is usually around May 4th. They haven't put a deal out yet, but usually May. End of October or July is going to be that as well. Lock-in events all year long, people. So if you want us there, either flagging or possibly doing live feeds, hit us up. Get your date. We'll be at the Hole. We'll be at the Hole February, I think it's 19th. Both nights, both of them. They're doing like a $1,000 buy-in. That's right, Shawnee too. They're doing a $1,000 buy-in 8-car shootout Friday night, and then the next night they're doing big. I think doing some kind of small tire stuff. H-Town as well. I got to look and see if he's locked down. His dates are usually pretty much the same year round. I think they're only doing 2 events this year, so no September race. It'd be probably the weekend before Halloween. So is there trick or treat, and sometimes in June, I think, for their race as well. So April 21st will be Park After Dark 3, Wichita Falls, Iowa Park up there. So got my No Bullshit Ball Racing. They're up there in West Virginia, Maryland line. I won't be at Darlington. That happens to be, yes, that's in Albany, Georgia. I won't be in Darlington. That happens to be a weekend that I do a vacation with the wife. She doesn't ask for much. So I got to give her a couple weekends a year. And that happened to be a weekend that me and her will be out of town. It is what it is. But yeah, we appreciate all the stars and stuff. Like I said, all the donations, all the from PayPal to Cash App to Venmo to all the other stuff. Stars, supers, we appreciate it. Y'all have a good night, and my night's not ending. It's just beginning. You heard me? Y'all have a good night.